No one could handle the billionaire's daughter until a waitress did the impossible. When Ava Kensington walked into the Glass Leaf Cafe, the room went silent. Every employee knew who she was. The daughter of Robert Kensington, one of the most feared billionaires in New York. And everyone also knew the rule. If she's coming, pray you survive the shift. She wasn't cruel for sport, but she was broken in ways no one dared to understand. She'd fire waiters for a lukewarm coffee, mock baristas for a slightly tilted lad art, and once she made the manager cry just because he said, "Good morning," too cheerfully. No one lasted more than a week when Ava came around until Leela showed up. Leia was a 24-year-old waitress new in town, trying to make rent and send money home for her younger brother's school fees. She was soft-spoken, always smiling, the kind of person who said thank you even when someone yelled at her. When the manager told her Ava Kensington was coming that afternoon, everyone warned her. "Just stay out of her way," whispered one of the cooks. "She'll tear you apart." Leela smiled gently. "Then I'll just serve her faster." That's at 20:15 p.m. Ava entered, sunglasses on, phone glued to her ear, frustration radiating off her. She slammed her purse on the table. "Coffee, extra hot, oat milk, not from the carton, from the bottle in the back fridge. And don't take forever." Leia nodded. "Of course, ma'am." Her voice was calm, her smile genuine. 5 minutes later, she placed the cup in front of Ava. The highest took one sip, then grimaced. "It's warm," I said, "extra hot." Without hesitation, Leela picked up the cup and said softly, "I'm sorry, I'll make it right." No eye roll, no attitude, just quiet sincerity. Something about that tone, that calm, made Ava's words catch in her throat. Nobody ever answered her that way, too. Over the next few weeks, Iva kept returning and Leela kept serving her the same gentle way, no matter how cold or demanding she was. Once Ava asked, "Why do you even put up with me?" "Everyone else quits," Leela chuckled lightly. "Because people don't need to be handled, Miss Kensington. They just need to be heard." For the first time in years, Ava didn't have a comeback. A few days later, a storm hit the city. The cafe lost power mid-shift. Most customers left except Ava. She sat by the window, staring blankly at the rain, clearly waiting for someone who hadn't shown up. Leela approached quietly, holding 2 cups of coffee made on a small gas stove the cafe kept for emergencies. She placed one in front of Ava without a word and sat across from her. Ava didn't look up for a while, then finally whispered, "He forgot again. My father, it's my birthday." Leela nodded gently. "I'm sorry, that must hurt." Dava exhaled a long, shaky breath, and for the first time her eyes softened. She looked at Leela, searching her face. "You remind me of someone," she said quietly. "My mother's nurse before she died. She used to talk just like you, calm, patient. My dad fired her for being too emotional." Leela didn't know what to say, so she just listened. And that night, the billionaire's daughter, the untouchable, unshakable Ava Kensington, cried silently in a dark cafe while a waitress sat beside her holding her hand. From that day, things began to change. Ava still came by, but she said, "Please now," she said, "thank you." She even helped an older lady pick up her dropped groceries once, to everyone's disbelief. Leela never mentioned that night again. Neither did Ava. But every Friday morning, without fail, a bouquet of white lilies appeared on the cafe counter. No note, just the flowers. And every time, Leela smiled, knowing exactly who they were from. Weeks passed, and Ava's transformation became impossible to ignore. The fear that once followed her like a shadow had melted into quiet admiration, not just from the cafe staff, but from everyone she met. One afternoon, Leela noticed Ava staying after her shift. She hesitated, unsure if Ava wanted to talk. "Leela," Ava began, voice steady but soft, "I've been thinking all these years. I thought being powerful meant being feared, but I see now it doesn't. True strength." She paused. "Whereas in kindness, in caring, and listening." Leela smiled, almost teary. "That's all anyone ever needs to do." Ava nodded. "And you showed me that, not with lectures, not with demands, just by being genuinely kind. You changed me, Leela." The waitress shook her head. "I didn't do anything special. I just treated you like a human being. But that's exactly it." Ava said, "That's why it matters." From that moment, Ava began reaching out to strangers, to the homeless, to her staff, even to her father's business partners. She started a foundation in her mother's memory, helping children get an education. All because one small act of kindness from a humble waitress showed her the world could be different. Leela watched quietly, proud and humbled. She had only intended to do her job well, but somehow that simple, genuine compassion sparked a ripple that would touch countless lives. And Ava, she finally understood that true wealth wasn't measured in dollars. It was measured in heartfelt actions, empathy, and the courage to care for others. The billionaire's daughter, who once couldn't be handled, had become a beacon of hope and kindness, all because one person dared to show her humanity.